What's up, guys? I'm Tara with Tara Simon Studios, and today is virtual Sing Better in Seconds Day. Today, I'm going to be calling William Rimmer. We're going to find out where in the world he is, why in the world he wants to be on Sing Better in Seconds, and I'm going to show you how I am making William sing better in seconds with me today. Let's go call William. Hi, William. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Thanks for being the best part of my channel and for being super brave and bold to be on here today, because I know putting yourself out there for the world to see and being humble enough to be teachable and take critiques and tips and tricks is not easy. So I commend you for that. Take a big breath with me in through your nose and out through your mouth. We've got this. We're going to do this together. We're all good. Yeah? This is fun. Singing is fun. So
This is something that happens every time, so it's not like I can't handle it. I'm just more gobsmacked than I usually am.
That's the best word ever.
It's the one you use.
Yes, I know. I got it from some guy in London when I was there. He said it, and I'm like, that's like the coolest word ever. I'm going to steal that. Gobsmacked. So, William, tell me, where are you in the world, first of all?
I'm also in Florida, just not in the West Palm Beach area. I'm just more like around Orlando. I'm in one of the suburbs.
Oh, okay, perfect. Sunny South Florida. And you're how old?
18. I'm about to be 19 in a month and 2 days.
Okay, happy early birthday to you. And why do you want to be on Sing Better in Seconds? What do you hope to get out of me today? What are your sticky pain points in singing?
The main thing that I want to get better at is taking my contemporary style of chest and mix into a more operatic style. And I mean like as operatic as you can get, not just overall traditional sound. And the same goes with my falsetto. And if it's already like that, just like tone it down a bit, if anything.
Okay, interesting.
Like, I'm trying to switch styles of each part of my voice.
Okay. And what's your desire? Why is your desire to switch styles from pop to opera or contemporary, you mentioned, to opera?
I guess just the fact that I have the falsetto most accurately representing yours and a soprano slash coloratura. And that just makes me want to make the same transition slash effort with my chest. I don't want to be sounding like a female only if I'm to attempt opera.
Okay, sure. But you know that there are like countertenors and men who have very, very high parts in opera. You know that that's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually am trying to get better at baritone repertoire because that's what I think my voice type is.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll be the judge of that and let you know what I think. So what are you going to sing for me today?
I could have danced all night.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So, William, sing me the chorus of I Could Have Danced All Night. I'm going to hear you, pick whatever key you want, and then we're going to do some stuff, okay?
I could have danced all night. I could have danced all night and still have begged for more. I could have spread my wings and done 1,000 things I've never done before. I'll never know what made it so exciting. While at once my heart took flight, I only know when he began to dance with me. I could have danced, danced, danced
all night. Wow. Okay. All right. We went way up the octave there, didn't we? Okay. So cool that you can show off range like that. And cool that you stayed on pitch a cappella. That's really cool. Let's talk about vibrato. All right. So vibrato should come as a result of proper abdominal support, and it's basically your vocal cords, your larynx undulating like this in a wave, okay? But what I'm hearing in your voice is this sort of like manufactured vibrato that's coming, instead of from the bottom up, it's coming from your larynx itself, and that is where the support is being generated from. And so it's like this sort of like goaty, like throat, like glottal vibrato, right? You hear that? Yeah. Now it gets better when you go up in your head voice, because in order for you to sing in your head voice, you have to use more abdominal support. So I believe that we can work on that, and I can give you some tools and tips to kind of redirect the way that you create vibrato within your voice, because I do think that it was better on the higher end. Still a little hint of it still, but like it was usually a lot better. So I'm sorry. I think that you're mistaken. I don't think you're a baritone. I think you're more of a tenor, and you do have like this higher extension kind of falsetto thing. It's not necessarily range. A lot of people get this wrong. It's not necessarily range that is what classifies your voice, right? It's the timbre and texture. And the baritone range it has more depth to it, a little more beef to it. And I hear this very nice kind of forward, clear, crystal, like bellish sound that's thinner in your voice. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just, I want to make sure that we're calling a fish and not a fish a bird, So the main thing though for you is not necessarily pitch recognition. It's not range. It's diaphragmatic support that leads to proper vibrato. Does that make sense? Okay. So you're willing to try to work on that with me? Yep. Okay, all right, let's do it. So what I first want you to do, we're just going to, and by the way, for those of you who are watching, I don't have expectations of William being able to shift this very like ingrained habit today. But what you're going to see today is hopefully the beginnings of him being able to hear how it is and feel how it is to do it right, and then build that muscle memory in so that he can implement that specific technique and modification into a song and be able to do it throughout. So I just want the first line. I could have danced all night. And really that long hold on danced is what I'm looking to improve on. So instead of I could have done, where it's coming from your throat, okay, I want you to just, without vibrato, hold the note this time. I could have danced all night. Let's try not even to do vibrato for a second and see what that looks, feels, and sounds like, okay?
I could have danced all night.
You hear it wanting to come in though, the little stutter. That was good on dance. The all night was all night, a little bit.
I'm gonna have to do that again to try to hear it.
Try it.
I could have danced all night.
Better.
Yep.
Good. Now, are you sitting or standing?
I'm sitting.
Problem number one. Let's just sit up as tall as we possibly can then, because we've got to use our abs, okay? We've got to use our abs. So I want you to, as you go into I could have danced, I want you to push into your diaphragm like someone's giving you the Heimlich maneuver, in and up. I could have danced. I did vibrato because it's habit, but I could have danced all night. Okay.
I could have danced all night.
Good. Now on night, don't go wide, go long. All night.
I could have danced all night.
Good. Okay. Now, without trying to add vibrato, just think of relaxing the straight tone. That's it. We're not relaxing the straight tone into vibrato. We're just, if vibrato happens, great, but we're just thinking of relaxing the straight tone. And whatever happens, whether it continues to be straight tone or not, it's fine. Let's just have that thought. Same thing, different thought.
I could have danced all night.
Good. Do it one more time like that.
I could have danced all night.
Good. I want a little more awe in your night. It's a little more night. It's a little whiny. I want all night.
I could have danced all night.
That was better. Good. So I still hear a little bit of the throat in there. And this is, again, this is going to be something that's a long-term kind of effort here, William, because this is something that I can tell you've been doing for a really long time. But I can say this, operatic vibrato especially, everything is diaphragmatic. It comes from the depths, even the pelvic floor up. Forget about the diaphragm, which is above that, right? It comes from the depths all the way up. And right now, the way that you're producing sound is very throat up. And so you would be someone that I would highly recommend getting into lessons with to change that, because it's going to be a habit and a muscle memory shift. You're going to find that you're going to have days that's super frustrating at first, and then you're going to have this light bulb moment one day, and you're going to be like, oh, that's it. And your coach will be able to say, that's it. That's exactly right. So then do this same thing over and over to create the muscle memory that you need to make it into a habit, so that you don't have to think about it anymore. It's just something that you do, because you have good tone and you have good range. You know, a lot of guys don't have the capability of switching and controlling the notes in their falsetto, and you do. But we got to get that vibrato reined in for sure, because the way it's being produced right now isn't healthy for your voice, and it's not sonically pleasing to the ear, especially if you're wanting to change from something more contemporary to opera. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. I was just wanted to give it one more try.
Yeah, let's do it. Use your hands and give yourself like a little Heimlich as you go. I could have done. It's like push your abs against your hands, against. So it's this, like your abs are going forward because your hands are going in. You're protecting your organs from this push that's happening from your hands. It's got to come from right there. Okay.
I could have danced all night.
The night was better. Did you hear how the vibrato came from the night?
Yeah, I heard it better. For me, I don't know why, but whenever it's like really light of a vibrato, I can't hear it as well.
The lighter one though was better.
Yeah, I think it's better too. It's hard for me to get used to that sound from anything, not just my own voice.
Okay, right. And you're pointing to here when you're saying that, like, you know that the other vibrato is coming from here.
Mainly, yeah.
Yeah, because you can feel it. I mean, I could feel it. I can totally feel where that's coming from. Dance versus da. It's like almost like a stutter versus a wave. And we want the wave. That's what vibrato is by definition. We don't want a stutter. We want a wave. So the night, that is a little bit of that light bulb turning on. We want that everywhere. It doesn't have to be, vibrato doesn't have to be this overt, prevalent thing, guys. It's just sort of like an accessory to your voice. It is not the main article of clothing, okay? It's like, you know, a cute earring or something, you know, little hairband. I don't know, for a guy, like a bow tie, you know? Yeah, okay. So I think for you, it's all about the diaphragm. For someone, if you're like William, I would recommend doing crunches a day, planks, really getting your muscle memory engagement from your mind to your diaphragm and your core, like your clock muscles in your core. That's what's going to create the vibrato from the ground up, not from the throat up, to get rid of that stutter and start moving into that wave. Does that make sense, William?
Yeah. And any chance I can just do it on a lower note, like to make
Sure,
it.
you can try it.
Is that better?
That's much better. Yes. So you know you have it in you. You just need to be able to take that, do it one more time. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Good. Now you feel the difference of where that's coming from versus the other. Yeah. Big difference. One's a wave, one's a stutter. Yeah. Yeah. Let's call it what it is. It's fine. It's fine. So you need to be able to take that and move that capability up and down in your range. It doesn't have to be right away, but if you can just go and see what happens, see where you tap out at, and that's where you strive to stretch to every day.
Let's just say this: whenever I'm going to notes placed like this, or without flipping, yes, I try to get and keep those types of notes in my mix. It feels much more like what you had me try to get in my voice on a regular note. It has to be that type of vibrato on those higher notes.
Right. That's why I said in your head voice it happens, because in order for you because you're a male. I mean, it takes abdominal engagement for everybody, but in order to sing in a pure tone head voice, it just takes abdominal engagement, especially for a male. So that's why your vibrato was more of a wave than a stutter up top, because you were coming from the right spot. But in that chest, it was like your body was cut in half and you were just using here up, and this didn't exist at all. This is great for anybody struggling to learn vibrato, anybody struggling with the same stutter vibrato that William has, or someone that's just looking to know how to execute proper vibrato. Maybe you have none at all. This is a great way to learn it. It comes from the diaphragmatic support first. So William, thank you so much for being so brave today. I hope that you learned now how to execute that and grow it. And instead of stuttering, to wave, because that's just the pinnacle of vibrato. It's what it is. It's what we need to do. So guys, if you thought William sang his vibrato better in, well, maybe minutes instead of seconds, then you let me know in the comments box below. And again, if you want to be the next vocal victim on Sing Better in Seconds, all you need to do is subscribe, or rather follow us on Instagram, and subscribe here too if you're not already. And we're going to post a picture of, do you want to be on Sing Better in Seconds? You respond with your name, your age, where you live, and why you want to be on Sing Better in Seconds. And who knows, you could be the next William Rimmer on.
You better do it.
Yeah, you better do it. We've got a lot of people who want to do it. So thanks so much, William, for being brave with me and bold and being willing to better your voice, all for the sake of improvement. I so appreciate it. And we will see you guys in the next one. Say bye, William. And I'm hanging outside over the edge, and I'm dying.